Christian to sport. When it rains, it pours. She like the way I.
How's it going, everybody? My name is Orange Peanut, and today I am going to be ranking every major sport. I got a whole lot of slack when I said soccer was the worst sport, but it's not actually the worst sport. That was kind of a clickbait thing. I just don't like soccer, and I got so much hate from that. So I thought, if I'm gonna tell you guys what I don't like, I should at least explain what I do like and why I like it. So I didn't do every sport. Obviously, there's a lot of goddamn sports. I kind of made some more general ones, and then the most popular ones, obviously. Maybe if this video get 5,000 likes, I'll do a full, like, every single sport I can think of, like, hour-long tier list. But as of right now, we got, like, 10 right here. Just the big ones, you know, nothing. I tried to get, like, every major one, and some of them I did a little more vague, like, just big categories. So we're starting off here with we're starting off here by screen recording the video. And in 3, 2, 1, all of a sudden it's right here. That's crazy how I edit like that. So we're starting here with baseball. As some of you know, I played baseball in high school. It was good. I mainly just played because my friends were on the team. I think playing baseball, if you're good at it, is really fun. If you're not good at it, it's kind of horrendous. And watching it, see, for me, part of watching, because I'm going to be analyzing watching and playing the sport kind of combined. I feel like baseball, it's too slow. Like, after a pitch, you got to wait 30 seconds for another pitch. And even, like, 10 pitches in a row, nothing could happen. So I feel like watching it isn't really great, but playing it is fun if you're good at it. So for those reasons, and a little personal bias because I played it for like 14 years, I'm putting baseball in the B category. For anyone who says the sport's like boring overall, even to play, if you play it at a high level, you know that there's a lot going on that normal people don't see. So everybody knows the rules. My thoughts on soccer. I gave it a little too much slack in that video, but that was kind of like I was doing a little bit of. We do a little bit of trolling occasionally. I think soccer's like a D. I still don't like it, but it's not like F territory. We'll see F territory later. I'm gonna say D. You know, I feel like if you were playing it with friends, it probably could be fun, but that's about it. That's kind of the limitations of it. And okay, now moving on to basketball. I may be biased because I play basketball every day. It's the best sport. Basketball is the best sport. It doesn't get better than that. So I'm going to look at it from a watching and playing perspective. If you're watching basketball, it's one of the most action-packed sports like ever. Like, there's always shit going on. There's always dribbling, shooting. The score goes up and down. Like, you can be down 20 and still win. Like, that's such a great aspect of the sport. Like, watching people drain threes, dunk in each other's nut sacks. It's so good. And playing-wise, I can tell you one of the greatest feelings of all time is feeling a ball go off your wrist and then swish. Like, it's close to orgasmic is what I'm saying. Playing basketball, if you're playing with people your same height, is very fun. If you play with people taller than you, it can get kind of frustrating. But if you play with people at your same skill level, regardless of your skill level, it is a fun game to play. With that being said, basketball is in the S tier, as it is the best sport. I don't want any arguments. That was a lot of talking with not a lot of breaths. Now we are on to football, American football. I got a lot of slack in the comments on my soccer video for not calling it football. I'm American. What do you want? It's called soccer here. We call it soccer here. I'm not British with the toast sandwich and the fucked up teeth, okay? We call it soccer here to distinguish it from football. Why are they called these things? I don't know. But football, I'd say playing is pretty fun if you're strong. I mean, trust me, when I was skinny, because I used to be a skinny boy back in the day, I played it in 7th grade and got, like, trampled, so that's not very fun. Watching it, it's decent, you know. I'd say football is a very average sport, you know. It can be good, like, if you've ever, like, watched football with a large group of people, it's pretty interesting. But for those reasons, I'm putting it in the C tier. Like, you know, it's kind of action-packed, but kind of at the same time, you can watch a lot of plays and have nothing happen. So, yeah, we're putting football in the C tier. It's not a bad sport. I just think, you know, it's not all that as people make it out to be. So now, we're on to golf. So golf. Let's talk about golf for a minute. Watching is probably the worst sport to watch. Oh, wow, he hit it, and it now is on the ground. Astounding. Playing, also pretty boring. It's completely skill-based. You don't need to have any kind of strength. Running, it's completely skill, which for a lot of people, especially someone like me who works out all the time, it's stupid. You know, I'm not a big golf guy. I would put it in F tier. However, the one thing it has is that a lot of old people, if you ask old people about golf, they say the reason they play it is because, like, it's not even for the game. It's like the social aspect. Like, they play it with their friends so they can talk to their friends. So competitive golf sucks. If you're doing it out having a beer with an age-appropriate person who is over 21, because that would be illegal, I guess it's all right. But E tier for golf. Golf kind of sucks. Tennis. I actually played tennis back in my youth from like 12 to 14. Not professionally, just like with friends and family. Tennis is cool. It's not really like great, I'd say, because it's kind of just back and forth, and that's it the entire time. But it's cool. Like, I'm not gonna harp on tennis and say that it's a bad sport, but it's I don't know. I'd say watching it at a professional level, you need to be really invested in it to actually enjoy it. And playing wise, it can be very fun if you're with friends. So with that being said, I'm putting tennis in the C tier. Also, I'm being pretty harsh on these, but that's the way we got to do with the tier list. Like, if a sport's good, a sport's good. But if it's bad, it's bad. Keep that in mind as I'm making this tier list. So now we got volleyball. I don't know why I said it like that. It's volleyball. I'd say playing wise, it's all right. I mean, I don't know. I haven't played volleyball very much. It's decently fun when I do it. But if you hit the ball wrong, it's really annoying and frustrating. Watching wise, I'd say women's volleyball is a top 5 sport of mine. I just really love the sport. I love the technique. And for those reasons, we're putting volleyball in the B tier. It's a great sport to watch, especially on the beach. I just think it's overall a decent, solid sport to watch. I like seeing them fling the balls, jump up in the air, all those technique and such. Now we got, now, again, I'm doing this broadly. I know it has, like, boxing gloves here, but I'm just saying fighting in general. Fighting in general, it kind of, I mean, I've never done it, like, as a sport, personally, but watching, it kind of sucks. Like, first of all, it's in pay-per-view. Like, you need to pay to watch YouTubers fight. No, I'm not going to watch Jake Paul fight someone for $50. So, like, that is definitely going to hinder the score. I'd say we're in D territory probably, but again, this is for all fighting. I don't think fighting as a sport is like good as a concept because that's how you get brain damage. Like if you box for 10 years, your brain cells are just demolished. So playing, I don't think it's a great idea. It is fun to watch people beat the living daylight out of each other, but at the same time, like, kind of gets old unless. Because there's a lot of, like, standing around. I don't watch boxing a lot, but whenever I see highlights, there's a lot of them just kind of, like, jumping and standing. Not really my thing. Okay. So, again, I'm doing this broadly. This is track. This is kind of a combination of track and cross country. Because, they're both running things. I'm putting this in the E. I really don't like track and cross country. Like, hey, here's this thing called running. Instead of making a sport with any kind of skill, let's just do run. Let's make that the whole sport. Let's have an entire sport dedicated to just who can move faster. Like, it's not interesting to watch. I'm not a stamina guy, so it's definitely not fun to do. Like, if you've ever run like a 5K, you feel like death halfway through, and that it's not a good feeling. I'm not a big run guy. So again, this isn't track or cross country in particular. It's just kind of running sports in general. They suck. They're not interesting to watch. They suck to play, and it is just pretty bad. So now this one, I'm gonna say this is not just pole vault. I know I have pole vault here, but this is field events like the long jump, the high jump, the pole vault. These are my shit. I can jump very far, as you guys have seen in some of my really old flipping videos. I love jumping. I love a lot of stuff. They have throwing. It's good. It's solid. I don't really know where to place this on the tier list, but I do enjoy field events a lot more than I enjoy the running. Only because there's so many broad categories. Like if we were saying long jump, I'd probably put it in A. But, like, there's a lot of categories. Some of them are better than others, obviously. So I'm putting this shit in the C. Now, we have 2 left. We have hockey and bowling. So we're going to go hockey first. Let's talk about the things I don't like about hockey first. Obviously, very low-scoring game. If you're watching it on TV, you can't even see the damn puck half the time. So you're just seeing people skate. So watching-wise, it's not great. Playing-wise, if I knew how to skate, I feel like it could be decently fun. So I don't really know with regards to that, but here's the savior of hockey. You're allowed to fight in hockey. Imagine a sport where you take an intermission so that people can fight. That's fantastic. I mean, that's like really high level, like that's entertainment right there. They said, you know what, fuck it. This sport is boring. I'm gonna let people fight in it. That's amazing. I think that's America right there. And for that reason, we're kind of inkling it up. I'm torn between B and C here. I'm gonna put it in C because like the fights are kind of like the only good parts of it. And last but not least, bowling. I'm gonna keep it real with you guys. I have bowled a lot in my life. It's a fun sport. Not so much to watch on TV, but playing. Whether it's with your friends or by yourself, it's one of the only sports that you can really enjoy by yourself. Like I could easily go out bowling right now and have a great time by myself because it's you, the ball, and the pins. It's just a good recreational activity. Watching, obviously you're not going to watch it, but like I could bowl for 10 hours straight and be entertained. Like there's not many sports where you could say that about doing it by yourself. So for that reason, we're putting that in the B tier. We kind of have some empty tiers, F and A, but I didn't go into every sport. If I did like a full in-depth list, I'd probably have some A's and F's. But yeah, that is it for the tier list. Let me know what you think. Tell me why I'm wrong, okay? I want to hear it again. You know, I don't think we're going to get as violent of a dislike ratio as we did on the soccer one, but there's going to be some dislikes on this video, and that's fine. But yeah, that's going to do it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed. I will see you in the next one. Thank you all for watching. Goodbye. Orange Peanut wants you to subscribe because he needs more money.